So, hello everybody, this is Ray from Rays United, and I'm back again today. Yesterday, I want to pay a shout out to everyone that attended because yesterday was a good one. I had quite a lot of people considering the size of my channel, and I was so glad about it. And it was really, really good, to be honest. I really loved it. Today is going to be something different, but cool, because we're still going to talk about pie, which is what we talk about all the time when I do my live shows. So live shows mostly are always about pie. So you need to get your seatbelt strapped because we're on the roll and we are on the road. We're going to actually drive at a very slow pace, steady pace. Everybody would understand everything we're doing today. So once you join, you tell me where you're from so I can give you a shout out and a shout out to where you're from, because it's very important that we know that this is an integrated kind of platform and not a segregated platform. Remember that. Integrated platform, not a segregated platform. So I need all of you to be aware of that. All right? So, what is today about? Well, first of all, it's about the rise of pie. So, we all know pie has risen, and I'm doing this series also fortnightly. I do the rise of pie. And obviously, I also do pie in the news. Yesterday, I did pie in the news. Tomorrow is going to be, tomorrow obviously is going to be my usual series that I release in the form of premiere. So, you know, every week I've got 2 premieres which come out Mondays and Thursdays. And then during the weekend, which is when I'm not working, you know, doing my own YouTube stuff, that's when I'm able to do a lot of these live shows. So please let me know who you are, where you're from, and we will get to give you a shout out. Now, what is this about? Again, I'm repeating myself, but it's live. So, hey, nothing is scripted. Everything is me speaking from my heart and my mind. So today, we'll definitely, I'm going to talk about, obviously, the rise of pie, where pie has come from and the journey. I'm going to talk about that. And then I'm also going to talk about the fact that, obviously, we're at 21 million and what next for pie. And then I'll take the phone lines, I'll open the phone lines, read some of your comments. And then after that, we'll move on to account verification and obviously the importance and necessity of family and friends. And then after that, I'll talk about obviously people having to be able to read the white paper and FAQs as well, because they're very, very important. And then I'll open the lines again, read some of your comments. And then we would actually, the final thing we'll talk about is KYC, because obviously a lot of people are kind of worried about KYC, which I always say don't be worried, but I'll explain why towards the end of this. And then, of course, I'll read your comments and then maybe take 1 or 2 phone calls, take 1 or few calls, 1 or 2 calls, and then we will end the stream. So, first of all, like I said, let me give you the itinerary for this stream. I'll first start off by talking about, obviously, the journey that pie has taken. So let me actually put it out there for you to see. So the journey so far. So yes, the rise of pie, episode 2, I believe. Is this episode 2? Somebody should tell me. Let me see. Yes, part 2, episode 2, same thing. So obviously, it's part 2, episode 2, whatever you want to call it. And the first thing we're going to talk about, obviously, is the journey of pie so far. And then we'll move on to account verification. And then we'll go to family and friends. And then I'll take some of your calls. I'll read some of your comments. And then we'll move on to white paper and FAQs, very important. And then after that, I'll take some of your calls again, read some comments. And then we'll talk about KYC. We'll discuss it. We'll talk about it in detail, of course. Everybody would have an opinion. So please, let's not be off topic. Let's start with the journey so far. So pie, obviously, as you know, if you don't already know, was formed or was actually officially launched on the 14th of March, 2019. And obviously, during that time, they had a few people. And then after a few days, they got about 1,000 people. So the mining rate moved from 3.14 to 1.6 or so. And then when it moved to that, obviously, once they got to 10,000, it got to 0.8. You get me? And so once they got to 1 million, sorry, 100,000, then 1 million, it got to 0.4. And then once it hit 10 million, it got to 0.2, which is where we're at. So we're waiting for 0.1, which could be during mainnet or during, if not mainnet, when we hit 100,000, sorry, 100 million, which could be sometime next year. 100 million could be sometime next year. I believe 50 million. I'll be not desperate. I might say it could be about end of the year or something. We could hit 50 million. But right now we're at 21 plus million engaged pioneers. Now that's where I want to pick it up from. 21 million engaged pioneers. I'll throw it out there. What do you think about that? 21 million engaged pioneers. Let me just type in something, see if I can get a poll from here. If I can't get a poll, then we'll see how it goes. But yeah, there aren't many people at the moment, so I'm not going to read the comments. So if you want to say something, say it, and then I'll read the comments for you. But for now, I'm not reading any comments. I'll be talking. So that is that one. And please don't forget to share and subscribe. And obviously, you yourself have to like as well. It's important to me. And once you're liking, remember, press the notification button, because this channel is probably the only channel that really discusses Pi in detail. You get what I'm trying to say? That's why you need to share the content, because we need to ensure that we don't just go about lying to people and telling them false things. We need to bring our heads together as a community and ensure that everyone get the facts right. The facts you need to get right. If you don't get the facts right, you will act wrongly. And if you act wrongly, you're going to get everything wrong, and your Pi is not going to be the way you want it to be. You're welcome to drink. Yes. So, yeah, 21 million and counting. I really am happy about that, to be honest. I did a video a few days ago, which I released. No, I think it was a live stream on Wednesday. It was an impromptu. I normally don't do live stream in the middle of the week, but I thought, let me do it and let me let people actually know where we're at with Pi. And right now, where are we? 21 plus million engaged pioneers. That's where we're at the moment. So yes, very soon I'm going to make sure this channel streams on Facebook as well. But for now, we're just here on YouTube. And yeah, once I'm able to get my full account on StreamYard, we will, extend it to YouTube and LinkedIn and all of that, so everybody would get to know what Pi is all about. Because we need to go out there, we need to spread our wings, and let everybody enjoy what we're doing. So please don't forget to like and share. Let's continue. So yes, like I said I was going to talk about 21 million, and of course I've spoken about that. Now, if you want to know when I joined Pi in September 2019, when it was about 450K. So they were about 450K when I joined back in September 2019. And to be honest, at that time I was a bit skeptical, pessimistic, which all of us should be at the beginning of everything. That's how you gain interest in something. If you go to it with high hopes, some people are like that, they're very optimistic, but hey, you could hit the yellow brick road. And if you do that, you don't want that. Do you know what I mean? So I went in it with some level of pessimism, and I've come out of it with a very high level of optimism. So that's what it is at the moment. That's where I'm at. So the journey of Pi so far is that Pi is rising. They will keep rising, and they will keep rising. And I believe that, of course. It's up to you. If you believe it, that's good. If you don't, that's up to you. But with me, I believe Pi is rising and will keep rising and will keep rising until they can't rise anymore. But when they say the sky is the limit, it means your trajectory is only going to be up. Do you know what I mean? So I'm very optimistic about Pi. So right now, the journey so far is that we're 21 million strong. We're counting, of course, which means we'll keep going up and up and up. We ain't going down at all. And then, of course, each and every one of you that's here, just introduce yourself. Tell me who you are, where you're from. Obviously, let me just go to the comments. I think I've got one person here saying, yep, hey, first, yeah, Jorge Ramirez or Jorge Ramirez, whichever one. If it's Portuguese, it's Jorge. If it's Spanish, it's Jorge. So I can pronounce it whichever one. If you're Spanish, just tell me so I can pronounce it properly. If you're Portuguese, tell me and I can pronounce it properly. But I'll pronounce both. Jorge George Ramirez. All right, you're welcome. I've never seen you before, or I've never got you to comment. So right now that you're commenting, I'm glad that you are. And tell me where you're from if you're still here. Whoever is here, please let me know where you're from. It's very important because remember I said we're an integrated channel. We're not a segregated channel. Everyone from each corner of the world should be here and can be here. I don't segregate. Yes, so I've got another person here called Saroy. Is it Saroy? Saroy Akaria. I'm sorry I pronounced the name properly. Saroy Akaya. So you're welcome. I've never heard of you too. I'm glad you're here. Now listen, all you new people that are here, I'm so glad you're here because you know what? This channel is going places and I need you to help it go there, help it get there, help it exceed expectations. Let people know that we're here to stay. Pi is here to stay. Raise United, this channel is here to stay. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And you are the only people that can help it grow. Do you know what I'm saying? You are the only people that can help it grow. And of course, I've got my dear friend Stacy from Utah, United States, obviously, ever present. She is here. Shout outs to her too. And yes, so each and every person, please, whoever you are, wherever you're from, let me know and I can give you a shout out properly. Do you know what I mean? Because Stacy's told us where she's from, Utah, United States, ever present, always here, doing her thing, doing her bit. She's obviously she's a moderator as well as a member. So obviously being a member just helps the channel grow, so I can use the capital, the money to do new things for the channel, because I don't get anything from it. I have my full-time job as an engineer, so I don't really get money from WhatsApp. If I did get money, it would be great. Then it means I can do a lot more things for you. Do you know what I mean? But right now I don't get a lot of money from it, so hey, I can only say I'll need you to help the channel grow, and Stacy's doing exactly that. I've got Momo ever present as well. Momo ever present. Present, sir. Actually, Momo, I never asked you where you're from. Where are you from, Momo? And then, of course, Saroy or Saroj is from Nepal. Welcome, Saroj from Nepal. I welcome you to this channel. Everyone here welcomes you to the channel. I've got two ever presents, obviously. Momo, who is a moderator, and Stacy, a moderator and a member. Momo is supposed to be a member, but she hasn't chosen to be yet. So she has to be a member by all means because she's also ever present. Yes, and so I've got all these people here at the moment. So I'm moving to the next step. So obviously, we started with the journey of Pi so far. So the journey of Pi so far is that, let me give you a recap. The journey of Pi so far is that Pi started on the 14th of March 2019. They started with a few hundreds of people, and now they've risen to 21 million plus members. You understand? So right now, that's where we're at. And so I'm going to move to the next part of the stream. The next part of the stream is account verification, a must. Now, account verification, I can't stress enough on that. It's a must. You must verify your account. If you don't verify your account, count yourself out. You ain't getting a piece of the pie. You understand what I'm saying? So you need to verify your account. So I'm speaking about the Rise of Pi as a series. Now, in series, you've got segments. You get what I mean? This is the second edition of the Rise of Pi series. I've got 3 series I'm doing. I've got the Cryptocurrencies Ripe series, which is a premiere series. I've got a normal random ones I do on Thursdays that you will not know what's coming. And then I've got the weekend ones. You know, I've got sometimes, you know, I do random ones, which will probably be next weekend is random. This weekend is obviously the series weekend. So yesterday we did, which one did we do? Can somebody remind me? I've just forgotten. I've had a mind block at the moment. But today we're doing the Rise of Pi. So yes, that's what it is. So account verification, it's a must. If you invite anybody to join your account, what I need you to do is to ensure that you tell them. I'm going to get to this will lead me to the next one, which will ensure that account verification will be much, much easier. So once you invite them, what you tell them is, please verify your account. Yesterday, I had to go through the whole verification with a friend of mine. It took us an hour, but I did that on the phone, of course. And I did that, got my friend to, do all of that. And it worked. You get me? It worked. A lot of people don't know that when you do that, it worked. So I've got, oh, okay. The message was deleted, but it's Francisca Ametepe from Ghana. She say Franca from Ghana. I think I know her. Yes, I know her. Franca from Ghana. Yes, she's also here, and we have a lot of people. I think that message was deleted, but hey, it doesn't matter. We will do all of that. But anyway, so as I was saying before the interruption, account verification. Now, this is very important to verify your account. You understand what I'm trying to say? Verifying your account is so important. So when you invite somebody, please don't just think you've invited them and then that's it. It ain't going to work. You get what I mean? Let me break it down for you. I need to break it down for you. When you invite somebody, the first thing you do is that you go through the the verification process. So you tell them, obviously, go to the home page. My lips are so dry. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just dehydrated. Let me drink something. So you tell them, go to the home page and then press on the home button. It leads you to a drop down where once you get the drop down, you click on profile, and then it enables you to do your verification. You get what I mean? You verify through Facebook or you verify through your number. Once you do that, so tell them all of that. It's important because trust me, one person can help you get a lot of pies if they're active. And if they're active, they gain a lot of pies as well. Do you understand? So don't just be there and think, oh, you've invited somebody and that's it. Everything is okay. It is not okay. You get what I mean? You still need to invite so many people. And when you invite them, make sure you spend time with each and every one of them. It's very important that you spend time with each and every one of them. I'm going to open the lines very soon after the next topic. So please don't worry. The lines will be open. And if you want to talk about what your problems are with respect to account verification and the next one I'm going to discuss, please talk about it. No off-topic discussion, please, because we'll be moving in topics. I really want to structure this thing in such a way that everything moves in topics. So, yes, I've spoken about that. So please ensure that you invite people and then make them verify their account. It's a must. If they don't verify their account, then there's no point. You get what I'm trying to say? There's no point because come KYC, they will not be allowed to do any KYC, which means their pie will be burned. When we say will be burned, what we mean is they will not have their account. You get what I mean? And so we've got now, Nicholas, your name is very funny. You know I'm Ghanaian, right? So Nicholas from Ghana, you're using Irama Owu Otu. Irama is like a female thing. So Nicholas, are you using Irama's account or what? Anyway, this is just banter. So Nicholas from Ghana, you're welcome. Obviously, I've been seeing you commenting sometimes on the other premieres and stuff. So yes, you're very much welcome to this stream. So remember, the lines will be open. Actually, you know what? Let me share the thing. So when the line is opened, you will be able to call in. Let me put the link there. So the link for discussion. Oh, your wife. All right. That's great. That's great. That's great. I'm going to put on the screen. Please bear with me. I'm coming. Join the conversation. Join the conversation via. Yep. So you join the conversation using this link. All right. So you join the conversation using this link. Very important. So I'm replacing the pin. So now I've pinned it so you can join the conversation using this one. Okay? All right, so let's continue. So this is it. Yeah, this is the link. So you join the conversation using that. Will be based on the topics I've discussed. So you can also add to Pi's evolution. So those of you joining now, just so you know, I spoke about the journey of Pi so far. So you can also talk about your journey of Pi, individual journeys. You know, you can talk about that. And then you can also talk about this one, which I've just spoken about, which is the today I have a lot of mental block. I don't know why, which is the account verification stuff. I don't know what I just said. But anyway, so you can do the account verification and stuff and everything. Please, everybody should bear with me. These things can be hard at times, you know. So, yeah. And then I've got a lady friend of mine who's also on this channel, Abna and Family Kitchen. Yes, Abna and Family Kitchen. I've been watching your stuff. You're doing a great job. But you're supposed to join Pi. You're not on Pi yet. So you can join using the link over there. Abna, you can join using the link over there as well. And obviously, you can look for my email, send me email, and then I'll reply to your email and give you all the details you need. Because I need you to join Pi as well. Obviously, we're all helping your channel grow, so don't worry about it. Your channel will grow to be big. You're doing a great job. Okay, Abna, you're very welcome to the channel as well. So let's continue. So as I was saying, account verification, very, very important. You have to verify your account, which means that every person you invite has to verify their account. Otherwise, you lose your Pi. Remember that. So that's what I've done. Now moving to the next one, and then I'll open the lines. Remember that. I'll open the lines. I'm moving to the next one. Yes, Stacy, this is very important. You know, girls representing Pi is a must as well. Don't worry, I'm going to the next topic, which is family and friends. Now, family and friends, a necessity. This is a no-brainer. You can't sit down and tell me you want to get rich and you don't want to invite your family and friends to the party. How dare you do that? How dare you do that? You have to invite your family and friends to the party. It's so important that you do that. Invite your family and friends to the party. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because this is something that, now the main reason why I'm talking about inviting family and friends is that, let me tell you. So I put my, if you look on the ticker down there on the screen, you can see that the link to my thing is there. You can see everything. Listen, MET Music, please, I'll talk about everything, but right now everything is sequential. So I'm talking about family and friends. I'll get to KYC in the end. All right. So KYC is in the end. Right now we're talking about family and friends necessity. Now we can talk about KYC all you want. If the people you've invited are people you don't know, you can't contact them. So if they don't verify their account, like I did earlier, if they don't verify their account, you can't do anything. You get what I'm trying to say? If they don't verify their account, there's nothing you can do. So you need to get them to verify your account. Now, the advantage you're going to have is if they're family and friends. If they're family and friends, you know you can contact them because you've got their phone number. You can meet them physically, and you can talk to them whenever you want. You get what I mean? So if it's family and friends, it's much easier. Acquaintances that you've got phone numbers of, yes, it's also relatively easy. It's not easy compared to family and friends because I got my mom to join. I got my brothers to join. I've got my nephew to join. I've got my friends. Most of my friends are on my account. They've all joined. Some of them didn't want it. I persuaded them, and I think now they believe. You get what I'm trying to say? So, yes, as I was saying, you need to do this. You need to do this. It's very important. All right. So, family and friends, a necessity. You need to invite family and friends. If you don't invite family and friends, the probability of you having most of your members' Pi burned is very, very high. You get what I mean? So you need to invite family and friends. And to do that, obviously, you speak to them face to face, or you call them, or you send them a text, or a WhatsApp, or a Telegram, or a Facebook message, whichever social media platform you use that and get to them. Because when you get to them and you speak to them, obviously the truth, don't just coerce them to do it. Tell them the truth about it, and that's why I'm going to get to the next topic, and then after that we'll do KYC. So please, the line is open. I need you to obviously join in the conversation. Please, nobody should be shy. I need people to join the conversation. Anytime I say that, I mean it. I don't just say it for the sake of it. I need people to join the conversation. So obviously, Stacey is saying what she's saying, which she's absolutely right about. I also believe that we need a lot more people to join the channel. You know what I mean? Can you give me a second, please, people? While you're doing that, you can play back and then watch everything I've said. I'm going to do something very quickly. Give me a minute, please. Give me a minute. If you want to call in, you can. Stacey, could you do the job, please? Delete that, or I could delete it myself. That advertising thing the guys put there. We don't do that, do we? Or if there's any mod, who is there? I think Momo is also there. Could you remove that message from there? The message on the screen. We don't put invitation codes here, because everybody here should be a pioneer. They don't need invitation code. All right. Or I'll do it myself. Let me see if I can do it myself. Okay, it's gone. Thank you so much, Stacey. No pi codes, like Stacey is saying. You can't put pi codes here. You can't put any pi codes here. You understand? Let me just highlight that straight away. No pi codes, please. If you need a code, please use Raise. So you hear what Stacey is saying. There's a pi code on the screen. You can see it there. It's Ray K79. If you want to use any pi code, you can use that, because if you've got any question, I'll be here to answer it for you. But if somebody just posts their code randomly, you won't be able to answer. Sorry, they won't be able to answer you because they can't contact you when you ask a question. But with me, I'll be here because I am on YouTube, which is a platform that I use. So that one has been deleted. So thank you so much, Stacey. Appreciate that. Yes, so let's continue. So I'm going to open the line for you, for all of you, any of you to join. Before that, I'll try and see if I can read some comments. Yes, I've got Stacey here. Let me just put Stacey through. I think she's going to talk about something. Hello, Stacey.
Hi, how's it going?
Oh, great, great, great. We're back again, aren't we?
Oh, we are. Hey, funny story about one of my teammates,
right.
That's Pioneer, yesterday. So you were talking about educating your teammates and making sure the profile is up to date and they've got everything going on there. So she's been doing this for 1.5 years. And she said she started complaining that she doesn't have KYC.
Right.
And my women's intuition came kicking in. I go, are you sure you don't have KYC? And she goes, well, I don't know how to check to see if I have KYC.
Right.
I'm like, here, give me your phone and I'll show you. So walked her through the steps, go to your profile at the very bottom on the left, and you can see if there's a check mark by KYC. Guess what? She had KYC.
Wow.
And she's like, that just encourages me more and more to tell other people and to actually teach them what you've taught me. And she's like, I feel so silly. And she's like, who knows how long I've had KYC. And I've been getting discouraged because I didn't even look to see if I had KYC.
Exactly. You know, and that's the thing, because a lot of people don't actually go onto the app to check or to even learn how it actually works. So what they do is they just, once you invite them, they get on it, they ask you 1 or 2 questions, and then that's it. Well, they would keep mining every 24 hours, but they wouldn't actually get into the whole system to learn it, which will lead me to the next topic I'll be discussing. But for now, I just want people to understand that they need to verify or let their members verify their name or number, whichever way they do it, whether it's via Facebook or via their phone number. Because if they don't do that, then there's no point. You know, there is no point, because once it gets to KYC, or sorry, mainnet, they will be burned. They will be given some warnings, I believe, or some notifications, but after that, their Pi will be burned, you know, and we don't want that. You know, I don't want any of my members to have their Pi burned, you know. So I was just asking, like, for people to actually talk about their journey from where they started till where they are now, because it's so important that people are encouraged by where we've been from, and where we are now, and where we expect to be in the next few months and years. So, Stacey, if I'm to ask you, just briefly tell us where you've come from with respect to Pi, where you are now. You don't have to give us any details, but obviously snippets of where you are now and where you want to go in the next few months and years. So the ball is in your court now.
Okay. First off, I had tinkered in crypto before Pi Network, but I didn't really understand it very well at first. And once I was introduced, the funny story about me being introduced to Pi Network, I deal with high-end, very rich clientele. And I had this gentleman who he passed away last year, a billionaire. He was the CEO of Zappos.
Wow.
And he was the one that introduced me to crypto. And he said, hey, there's this new project. My buddies are part of this project, blah, 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 blah. Pi Network, you really need to get on it. And he started explaining it to me. And I'm like, you know, who you are is who you want to be with, who you hang out with. So you better listen to these rich people.
Sure.
So I got in very early, like you, to Pi Network. And it took a while for me to be able to explain it to others because of my confidence.
Yeah.
But I started learning more about crypto in general. And instead of losing money in crypto with my other cryptocurrency, I started gaining money.
Right.
I started being patient.
Yep.
And Pi Network taught me that. And, you know, this gentleman who was a billionaire, one of the most successful people in the world, was encouraging me, personally, to get onto Pi Network. He's like, Stacey, you are such a great person. You deserve success. But you have to learn what success means. It is not a get-rich scheme.
Nope.
And he's like, these guys are building the community first, then building the project. He's like, I believe in them. If you believe in me, you should believe in them too.
Yeah.
So I feel like Pi has gotten me to be way better in cryptocurrency, has helped me to learn about structure and what a white paper really means. And it's helped me to learn that you want to know who the people are on the core team. That is very important because there's this thing called a rug pull.
Yeah.
I will tell you right now, Pi Network is not a rug pull. 100% not a rug pull. They have put their faces out there. They have explained who they are, what they're about. If it was a rug pull, their families, their lives would be in danger.
Of course.
So that's, but it's built my confidence where I can go onto streams like this and talk about it, and I 100% believe in our community. Our community is very, very strong.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have 21 million members before it's even on mainstream, before it goes onto exchange. There's people celebrating their cryptocurrency that is on exchange that have 2.5 million members.
Absolutely.
So I feel like Pi Network can be a household name. If we have confidence, we educate ourselves, we educate the people around us. One thing I haven't said before that I think is really important, get your teammates to learn about the Pi browser, to go in and practice trades back and forth with each other. Because at some point when we do go to mainnet, if you don't understand how to trade back and forth, if you don't understand that you need to have your key phrase saved on many, many different locations, you're not going to succeed. No. So it's important for us to teach this and go, okay, once a month, let's pretend trade with each other with this pretend Pi.
Exactly.
So it keeps it fresh in our head and we keep getting excited. This is a reality. And we need to encourage each other.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with everything. If a lot of it, if not everything that you said. Personally, please don't go because obviously I need to say something, and then if you've got something to add, you add, and then I'll go to the next topic. But personally, I believe that obviously I knew a bit about cryptocurrency, not too much, because a lot of people had invited me to join, certain platforms. I was looking at them. I'm like, yeah, well, it looks so spammy to me, So I thought, let me just be patient. So I was patient, hoping that I would learn more, but I couldn't until Pi came along. Now, when Pi came along, I was like, okay, what am I going to do to ensure that Pi is something that I would love, and then I'll also invite people, and I'll also be able to explain to them what Pi is all about. So people were like, okay, so what is Pi all about? Before I invited people, I made sure I read the FAQs. I read the FAQs, and when I read the FAQs, they gave me the advantage, because if you don't read the FAQs, you don't have any advantage. You understand? So obviously, that leads me to the next one, which is read white paper and FAQs. Now, white paper obviously talks about a lot of the technical part. It tells you a lot about what Pi is all about, and you don't lose out on a lot of things. So you need to read the white paper. It's very important. I know it can be long, but it's not as long as you think it is, because it's going to tell you a lot about what Pi is about. You get me? And please don't forget to comment on anything you want. Ask questions. Please, I'm here to answer them. I'm not here to give you just a lecture. I need you to comment. It's an interactive thing. So please, as you're watching, ask questions and I will be able to answer them for you. So please ask them. Now, if you look at the white paper, it tells you why cryptocurrencies matter. So it's going to tell you a lot about why cryptocurrencies matter, and it will give you a lot of things about what the advantages we have are, and it's going to introduce you to the ledger that Pi are using, the algorithm that Pi are using, and so on and so forth. So they'll tell you all about that. They'll tell you about how to secure the distributed ledger and all of that. So there's a lot going on. You get me? There's a lot going on. And obviously, it talks about the centralization of power and money, which puts first generation cryptocurrency out of reach. In this case, it's Bitcoin. Bitcoin is obviously out of reach at the moment because it's a centralized version of cryptocurrency. You get what I mean? So then Pi comes in, and then they bring their solution with the mobile phones mining. You get what I mean? So with that, all the limitations that we might have had with Bitcoin will be alleviated. And once that's alleviated, it makes things very easy for us, you know. So white paper tells you a lot. It tells you a lot. It's technical, but it's easy to understand. And then when you go to FAQs, you got a lot of questions on the FAQs as well. So FAQs, they ask stuff like, is Pi free money? Now, this is where I need you to know. Pi is not free money. Do you understand? It's a long-term project whose success depends on collective contribution of its members. So we, the members, have to be collective as a team to be able to make Pi work. This is what I've been talking about all the time. So when people come here and they're asking, "Now, okay, what about KYC? What about Yoti?" That is the last step. You have to understand what Pi is about. If you don't understand it, forget it. It's not going to work. You get me? So this is like going to school. You don't get your certificate or your graduation until you go through your entire tenure in the education system. So you need to go through this, understand it. Don't rush it. You know, don't rush it. So they ask questions like, is this real? Is Pi a scam? Obviously, it's not a scam. It's a genuine effort by Stanford graduates to give everyday people greater access to cryptocurrency. Now, that's what they've done. They've given us access to cryptocurrency. And then, of course, how does this app work? How do I earn more Pi? Okay, so you've asked the question. These are questions that you would ask. You get what I mean? These are questions that you would ask. And they're giving you answers to those questions, such as, this app allows you to earn Pi by making simple contributions to Pi's community. The more you contribute, the more Pi you earn. You understand? So it's telling you that. So it said to start earning Pi, check in every 24 hours and hit the lightning button to start mining. You get what I'm trying to say? So there's a lot. If you read a lot of these things, you're going to understand what's happening. You get me? You're going to understand what's happening. A lot of people don't like reading. Now, let me go to the comments and see what's happening over there. So, obviously, yes, Stacy is reminding us, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet done that. Saroj, Mohammed, Khalidin, Khalidudin. Obviously, we deleted your thing, so please don't get offended. Yes, so don't forget to do that. And then, of course, Saroy is saying, I've verified with my own phone number, but I accidentally verified with my brother's Facebook account. Is that the problem? How can I change? You've already verified with your phone number, so that's okay. Your phone number is okay. And how can you verify with your brother's account if the names don't match? Because the names have to match before you can verify with your brother's Facebook account. So unless your brother's using your name or you're using your brother's name, it shouldn't have verified. Do you know what I mean? But the fact that he's used your phone number is okay. You will be fine. So yes, and then they asked another question. Of course, do I need to leave the app open to mine? Does the app drain my battery or data? This is also very important. So it's saying that you don't need to leave the app open to mine. Pi does not affect your phone's performance, drain your battery, or use your network. Once you hit the lightning button, you can even close the app and you will continue to mine Pi. Very important. These are stuff that you need to know. They're basic right from the beginning. You're supposed to know that. And then if you know that, everything becomes very simple and you don't have any problems at all. Now, I will. So remember, don't forget, this is very important. Read your white paper and the FAQs. They're right there, top left corner. Click on it, drop down, white paper, drop down, FAQ, and you will be fine. Don't ignore it, because if you ignore it, it's going to come back to bite you. Don't ignore it at all. Don't ignore it at all. So we're moving to the final bit of this stream. The final bit is now. Before that, please send in your comments. I need you to send at least 5 comments right now. All of you, 5 comments right now. You send the comments, and then I will read them, discuss them, and then I'll move to the final topic, which all of you want to hear. So let's, or you can call in. Remember, you can call in. It's also important. I don't know why people don't like calling. The calling is so good. I love it. I love to have conversations with you lot. I love to have conversations with you lot. You need to join Pi. obviously, if you haven't joined Pi already, Stacey's put my link over there. It's on the ticker as well, but Stacey's put it there. Remember, if you've got any question, ask me here. If you've got any question, ask me here. Or you can go to any of the videos, especially the latest ones, watch it, put your comment there. Any question you've got, I always read the comments. So I'll read the comments and then I'll give you a response. So I'll tell you to just email me. And once you email me, we will have a discussion. So yes, we've done that. So I need you people to obviously don't forget to read the FAQs and white paper. Very important. I need you to do that. Yes. The Facebook group. Actually, no. Let me look for the link. Yeah, there's a Facebook group that I formed about Pi. So it's on Facebook. Let me see if I can find the link for it. It's called Pi Network UK, and then in bracket Raise United. So it's a group where obviously you can come there as well, be more interactive. You can send your messages there as well. I actually forgot to talk about it, you know. So it's good that Stacey's reminded me. So the Facebook group is a very good group. I've just formed it. I have a few members, about almost 50. It's growing, of course. I've got people from the United States network, Pi Network team also joining, and I've got people from the UK Pi Network team joining as well. So yeah, the more people, the better. So people can ask questions, people can be interactive, they can talk about Pi, talk about things, questions, all the answers you need, you get there. Obviously, Stacey is a moderator there. I think I'm going to make her admin very soon. But yeah, she's a moderator there as well, so she can also answer your questions and stuff. I think if I make her admin, she will be able to answer most of your questions. So yeah, it's a very interactive group. Obviously, the live, I think I might not link the live with that one. I might link it with my Facebook account, but I'm not so sure. But you can also, you know, join my Facebook, because you have to join my Facebook before I can invite you. But if I don't have to invite you, then you have to do that. But let me first look for the Facebook link and see if I can share it. It's important that a lot of people join this group, you know, because it's a group that I feel would grow to become something else. I feel like it's going to grow to become something else. So that's the link copied. I think I'm going to put it here. Yeah, I can only use my phone to do it. Yeah. So it's on there now. So that's the Facebook link. I've sent it for the Facebook group. So it's right there. It's going to come on the screen very soon. So when it comes, you will be able to join. So let me just put it on the screen. Yep. So that's the Facebook group's link. If you when you want to join it, just click on that and you can join it as well. And there's a very interactive group as well, which a lot of people would enjoy, because I spend some of my time there as well, especially late in the night when everything is quieting down. But for now, we need to talk about KYC. So KYC is what we're going to talk about. I try not to miss out on KYC because a lot of people love KYC discussions. So this is where you know, we would draw to a close once we're done. But before we talk about KYC, if you've got any questions about anything, call in to discuss it or to ask, or put it through the comment section if you're shy, or if you can't call, put it through the comment section and I will talk about it. Yeah, put it through the comment section and I will talk about it, because me, I love to talk about everything. Yeah, I love to talk about everything. So don't worry, put it through the comment section and we can talk about it. Yeah. Okay, so any questions, please? If anybody's got any questions before I move to the KYC, I think I'm going to spend 15 to 20 minutes on KYC before I end the stream. So, because I know KYC is probably the most important of all. Everybody loves to discuss KYC. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let me see my camera if I can move it down a little bit. Oh, come on. Just a little bit, you know. Yeah. That's, oh no, I can't see my head. Goodness me. Okay. Yeah, that's better. You know why? Because I want you to see that. MP, my protein. I use that for my exercise. I do MP as well, and MP and oh yes, Stacy, you gotta go to church. Pray for me, when you go to church. Yes, Stacy. Yeah, no worries. Thanks so much for being here as usual. You always help the channel grow. Thank you so much. I'll see you definitely. I think tomorrow I've got a premiere, so you're definitely going to be on the premiere. I know that at GMT 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock US time, sorry, UK time, and Eastern time in the US, I think it's 2 p.m. So you should be able to join that. And then, yeah, that's going to be good. But for now, see you, and see you, Stacey. Have a good one at church. All right, so KYC. If anybody's got any questions, please ask. This is your only opportunity for today, because after this, I'm going to be busy off Facebook. Sorry, off YouTube. All right, let's discuss KYC. So what is KYC? KYC is Know Your Customer. What is Know Your Customer? Well, like I said, when you open a bank account, they need to know who you are. And to know who you are, you need to produce a valid form of identity. Now, a valid form of identity comes in the form of passport, driver license, national ID, and so on and so forth. But those are, on top of my head, the ones I can remember. Passport, valid driver license, national ID card, and so on and so forth. So when you do that, it will run through all the biometric checks to see if what they require from that particular ID is there. If it is there, it would authenticate it and then eventually feed it back to whoever is the host of the whole ID check thing. And then once they do that, they'll relay the information to the PI core team that you're verified, your ID has been authenticated, and then they'll confirm that you've been KYC'd. Now, somebody asked a question earlier. Let me go back to that question. I don't know if that person is still here, but let me go back. I think it's MET Music. This was the question. Tell us about Yoti, the app for verifying PI KYC. Okay, I'll tell you about that because we're talking about KYC. I kind of lost my voice. All right. So we are going to talk about KYC, and this time it's Yoti. So that's a good one. So Yoti is one of the apps that is used to obviously authenticate your ID. Now, the way I did it a few months ago, more than a year ago, is that you take a picture of your passport, the part. I use my passport, so the part that states your credentials, your name, your date of birth, your ID, and then you got the details, the digital, that biometric details at the bottom. So once that happens, obviously you take a picture of it. It's like a kind of, when you use a Samsung phone, it's easier because it just scans the outlines of it. So it scanned the outline, took a picture, and then if you think it's okay, you send it to them. Once that happens, they will say, obviously take a picture of yourself. So you take a picture of yourself within a certain circle. And then once you take the picture of yourself, it compares it with the picture on your ID. And then once it does that, it would authenticate it to say, okay, you are who you say you are. And then eventually it would accept it or not accept it. In most cases, it would. However, Yoti only does digital IDs. So it would only do digital IDs. So if your ID is not digital, it's very hard. If it's just a manually made ID, it's very hard. That's where PI is trying to get another form of ID verification to perform the KYC, but that hasn't gained ground yet. So that's where we're at with KYC. Now, the Yoti part. I've already told you what the Yoti app does. Let me see if I've got my Yoti app here. Yoti, yep. Let me see if I got it here. Okay. Yeah, everything is done. I don't know if the screen can see it. No, it can't. It can't because of the light. But it's okay. So you can see. So that's Yoti. I think this part is where you see says your Yoti ID card. Obviously, tap to show your name. So if I tap, it will show everything. So yep, so it's showing me a lot of things, you know. So so if I do this, wait, let me cover here. That's my face on Yoti. Can you see? That's my face on Yoti. I'm covering my other stuff. Yeah. So you can see, so it's verified, obviously, by my driver license. And if I scan the QR code, it's going to show everything. Do you know what I mean? So Yoti, I've done everything there. Do you know what I mean? ID documents, obviously, I've got a driver license and the passport. You know, can show you a bit my passport. You can't see it, but it's got that. And then I've got my driver license also there. You know, so everything is there. Do you know what I mean? Everything is there. I like it. I like it. Yoti is done. I've got everything sorted. You know what I mean? So I would love for all of you to do that. I would love for all of you to do that. You just go to Yoti and do it. Do you know what I mean? Go to Yoti and do it. So let me see if I can find a link to Yoti and then put it there for you. Yeah. Yoti. Link to Yoti. Yeah. So just stay there. I'm coming. Link to Yoti. How to link Yoti? No, just Yoti. Okay, so Yoti. All right. So let me just put it there very soon, yeah? And then you lot will just see it. Share. Copy. So I've copied it. So yes, so you're gonna see it, the Yoti one. Yeah. So that's Yoti. It's on the screen. So you go there and then you can do your Yoti, obviously, checks and everything, download the app, get everything done, you know. So once that's done, everything is easy. Do you know what I mean? There it is. Go to Yoti, get your ID and stuff done. So once KYC is there, you just link it up with them and then everything will be done. Do you know what I mean? Because we need to do all of these. We need to do all of these. So that's the Yoti site, the link. So if you do that, if you've got a digital ID or whatever, passport, driver license, do all of that. You understand what I'm saying? That's the only way we're going to make sure that everybody gets KYC. Because we need that. We need everybody to get KYC. It's so important. Yeah. It's so important that everybody gets KYC'd. Yeah, so in conclusion, what did we do today? In conclusion, let me see. In conclusion, what we did today was, I started off by talking about the journey. So let me just go back. So I started off by talking about the journey so far. And obviously we discussed things, where Pi came from, how many people started, and where they're at right now and where they could be going in future. But we're all part of it. So I can't be saying they anymore, where we could be going in future. So we will go places in future. Momo, if you're still here, send me a message on the email. And yeah, we need to have a discussion about something to do with the channel. So Momo, if you're still here and you're listening, go straight to my email, send me an email, and let's talk about the something I need you to do about the channel. All right, Momo? Ever-present Momo. And then we spoke about that, and then we went to, obviously, account verification. It's a must, definitely. You need to make sure that all your members verify their account, and that's why it's always good to ensure that the people on your account are family and friends. And when I say friends, friends could be your closest pals or people that you've met. I've just categorized all of them as friends because we have levels of friendship, but all of them are friends, and people that even on here, when you join my account through my invitation code, you become a friend. You understand? That's why Facebook, whoever joins your friends list becomes your virtual friend, so you can communicate with them. Same thing here. If you join, communicate with me via WhatsApp, via YouTube or Facebook. You can link everything, and they are there. All right. And so that is that. And then I moved on to white paper and FAQs. I said how important they are. You know, it's very important to to read the white paper and also read the FAQs. Very important to understand certain questions you might have. And then, of course, I moved to the final bit, which was the KYC discussions. I answered the questions of MET Music, which was to talk about the Yoti app, and I did that. So I believe I've answered every question that was asked. I've done my best to do what I can to answer the questions. So, MET, I'm going to answer your question. Yep. So MET is saying that I use the Yoti app to verify my identity, and they only accept passport from Ghanaian. So please, what happens to those who don't have a passport? Then they should get a passport. You know, we like wasting money on things. It might sound callous, but they should get a passport because they're going to get a lot of money from Pi. So why don't you use money to make money? This is something I've been talking about the whole time. The other day, I did a whole topic about KYC. No KYC, no Pi. No KYC, no Pi coins. You need to tell them, Nicholas, tell them that they should get a passport. You get what I'm trying to say? They should get a passport, because without a passport, I mean, people talk about, yeah, my national ID is this, is that. Get a passport. How much is it going to cost you to get a passport with respect to Pi? Come on. You know, I know sometimes acquiring passport can be irritating at times, but if it means a long-term gain from Pi, you have to do it, or the person has to do it. So tell them that I've got a few members who've also complained about it, you know, but listen, using the Ghanaian passport is the best. It's digitalized. You've got all the details underneath. It accepts it. So use it with the Yoti app, and everything is straightforward. You know, I don't want to go through all the other, you know, stuff that will be problematic to me. I don't want to go through that. So I would rather go through Yoti. So important. I've done it. You've done it. A few millions have done it. And yeah, they're just waiting for everything. So, Nicholas, I'll just ask, have you been KYC'd yet? Have you been asked for KYC, Nicholas? Since seeing as we're discussing KYC, have you been asked to KYC yet? You see, it would have been best if you had called, so we can have a proper discussion, Nicholas. If you had called, we would have had a proper discussion. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But anyway, so this is it. I've ended this stream. I'm ending it. Tomorrow I've got something coming up in the evening. It's not live. It's a premiere. You can come over and watch it, or watch it afterwards, whatever time you get. It's a very important premiere. I need everybody to understand cryptocurrency. It's so important to me. A lot of people don't even know that they have to understand cryptocurrency before getting into Pi, or while you're in Pi, you know. So understand cryptocurrency, get into Pi, and know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to get into Pi and just not know what you're doing, thinking that you're going to make money. You only have to understand money to make money. You understand? Understand money to make money. Simple as that. So, yes. So tomorrow, definitely, I'm going to release something. Thursday, I haven't done the material yet, but I know what I'm going to do, so it's going to come out. So Thursday, I've got something to release. And then next weekend, you will see what we've got coming up. Next weekend, you see what we've got coming up. So Saroy is saying that I verified the number, but they haven't been invited for KYC. KYC is, don't worry about that. Personally, I would say don't worry about it. You will be invited once we get into mainnet, so don't worry about it. The most important thing is verifying your number, which you've done. So you will not be burned. Your Pi will not be burned. So that's the most important thing. KYC, nobody should get scared because you're gonna get KYC'd. So don't worry about it. All right. You will get KYC. They will ensure that you get KYC because they want your Pi to also circulate to increase the value of pi. You know what I mean? So do not worry about that, and everything will fall in place for each and every one of us. Anyway, I've had a good time. Not many people today compared to yesterday, but I'm still glad whoever came. Thank you so much for spending your taking your time, a bit of your time, to come here and watch me give you all these. So please don't forget, share the content. Very important to me. Like it as well, and help the channel grow. The name is Ray, of course. The channel is Race United, of course. And the word is peace, of course.